As you may have noticed, we're running up onto where I've gotten before I started making this series, so after this mission, I'll have no idea how the missions are supposed to work. So, Silent Cliff, Big Bertha, few words, even fewer smiles, spiritual and feel, says she's in contact with the voices of the land. I don't know, something about the windmill. There's whisperings from the windmills and the lapacho trees. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anyways, we have no grain. And yeah, this is just generally speaking a badly designed map. That's the challenge of this one. So we need to get some decorations and to keep our people alive, while also leaving as much of the map intact as possible. We want to keep things working. Now, you have crops, wheat. However, wheat takes time to grow. You may have noticed, we don't exactly have a whole lot of time. So, we need to start chopping. And I'll have to build a tree nursery somewhere. Let's just put it up there. And then as for the decorative monuments, the fountains, we also need some of those. Stone and wood. One, two, and then I need... I'll just queue up one for the time being. Get these quarries set up so I can actually clear a trail. I don't need to clear a trail, though. My guys can just walk through, but it's good to pretend. Now the objective is to finish with a whole bunch of these types of trees, I believe. And then tavern. Sorry, buddy. You've got to go. We might have pumpkins and corn, but it's questionable if that will last. Oh, hey, where's all the food come? We've got feast, love each other, and work harder. It's, well, let's pause this for the time being, get the food up first. And the food is empty, okay. Work harder. Okay, guys. Nice job building those. Looks like we'll be hungry for a little bit longer. Nice. I'm just leaving the bakery up because, well, depending on the trees I've got available, it might be a good idea to leave around. And then my people are hungry, so get them on the trees. Okay, people are hungry, but there's a lot of food up here. So that should tide us through for a little bit. However, as can be told from my progress bar, I'm cutting down the bonus objective. Oh well. We grow it later. Not that big a deal. Follower is unhappy because we're working hard and we have no food. Completely natural. Expect it. Map starts with 0 food production that's actually usable. It is a tough start, but we can get through it. Once they eat, because we do have food available. Okay, deactivate work harder. The food's being eaten, and I mean, the hungry followers count went down. Still 1, but it went down. Followers unemployed. Works for me. Just get this tree nursery built. That way I can start working on the bonus objective and, more practically, food trees up here. And then how many days do I have? 64 days, okay. Okay, there we go. Everyone's been fed. Stockpile's empty. But I just temporarily go up there. Just have that in the queue so I don't forget about it. Meanwhile, again, we are out of food, but we are not going hungry. Happiness is up. That means I can activate work harder to squeeze a little bit more productivity. Who knows, tree nursery might even get finished. It's not going to be. It's going to be just shy. It's not going to be enough, I think. No, it's not going to be enough. It's just barely short. Yeah, 8%. Kind of like how this has been 95% ever since I switched them to working on this. Okay, now I've got that built, apple tree, and this. Okay. So I will be wanting to farm wheat then, if I have only apples available. They are, well, they're sugary, so they taste nice, but aside from that, I don't have a whole lot going for them. Not really. Just squeeze in all the apple trees I can into this radius. I don't need my farm placements to be perfect. They just need to exist. As long as they exist, I can grow wheat and get a better food source than apples. Because, well, it's a noble fruit, it just has an unfortunate tendency to rant about replacing applied medicine if it really wanted to. It has some weird rants. Okay. Okay, no apples over here for the time being. What about over here? Yeah, the apples are running low. Yeah, I need to get this sawmill and then start working on the farms. Leave this as is. And that way, when the quarries get some stuff, they'll drop it over. And another day passes. We do have a food stockpile. But that's just us moving it from the tree into the stockpile, so... Ooh, is that in radius? I may as well slide that on in. Okay, and then the house worked. I've got another... Okay, born. Deactivate that. Okay, fountain built. I could have saved those all for the end, but it's nice to just keep some progress going. Yeah, this mission goes to say being able to place your own trees is nice, even if no more spawn in the wild as a consequence. But you're still going to have to farm. But I have no regrets for dismantling the tavern. That and the candy thing, they're just good for completing objectives. They are literally just like these. Decorative objects. Food stockpile is remaining roughly the same. Matthew over here is, well, he's mostly just preparing saplings. Looks like there's a pretty long cooldown between when you get this place down and when you can actually start using it. Which makes sense. Okay, I've got a few saplings in production. More wheat. I'm killing these up just to reserve space for them. I know they're not going to be actually made for a long time, because I only have one guy stationed here. I just can't afford more. Just how it is. Due to it being apples, I have 5 people on food out of 11 usable. And then that leaves 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unassign one of them. Start getting this done. Deprioritize these. Because there simply is no urgent need. The one farmer can probably barely handle it as is. So get this fountain down and the decorative monument. While I wait for 4 new people to assign to the farm and then to the mill and bakery, but the mill and bakery people will be temporarily on the nursery duty, tree nursery. Just how it is. Keep building housing near the decorations because that's probably how it actually would happen. Let's be realistic here. Let's see. Big Bertha's house is full of alcoves and little spaces filled with secret spices. Yeah, that's about what you would expect from this person. Unassign them. Reassign to builder. We have actually got 12 things to build. So, we need them for the time being. As for having trees to chop, I'm working on it. They're not good trees for chopping, but they exist. You know, and let's be reasonable here about our expectations. Let's check it on this. Okay, I just need more decorative monument. There's no need to place it yet. Food is running low. The wood is running low. Something has to be done. It's 2 trees, but that's 4 wood. I would not get that investment back. Okay, yes, you are unhappy because you are homeless. Okay, saplings are being deployed. Unassign you temporarily. Get you on sapling duty. We need these trees to grow up. That way I can build out my decorative monuments. People are hungry. How's the week going along? It's not. It's really not. Alright, work harder. Pluck more apples. And then maybe also just shove them in there for the achievement. And trees take so long to grow, I may as well use the relatively inefficient wheat because apples are also just They grow fast, it feels like. But there's kind of more factors at play than just... Like, yeah, it's a steady stream. We have not starved on just apples. That is true. But if a certain type... it gives one of that. So... Okay, yeah, people are upset because no food. I understand, and I will redeploy. The addition of closer storage should help, but let's wait for people to actually eat before rebalancing things. Okay. Okay, they managed to get their fill and then become hungry again because it only refilled one thing. Get them from starving. But oh well. I should be able to feed them now. The first bit of wheat is coming in. Reassign, reassign, reassign. Kid turned into adult. Oh yeah, okay, they got assigned here. No, we need more trees actually. Just put stockpiles in all the little corners that aren't quite convenient for other purposes. Let's see. Not all of them have grown in, I think. Oh well. Unemployed. Well, more wheat would be helpful. Even if I have a bunch. Still helpful to get more. Okay. Yeah, you can really feel that no trees will naturally grow. After all, it is our job to do it for them. At the cost of 22 wood for the tree planter, which is actually kind of big. Like, but let's get all this wheat turned into food, and then wait and see if I can afford to redeploy people from apples, or maybe it's best to just wait for the kids to grow up, and I think they consume a little bit more food when they're grown-ups. Because they're actually working, so it takes more energy, I think is the idea. So it might be best to not touch anything for the time being. And just sit back and observe. Okay, they're preparing all of that. And then I don't need all that much stone. These take 1 each, but... There we go. Immediately requeue the replacement, prioritize. Got 3 units of wood, not nearly enough. Good units for an adult, and we'll now start using this to build the farm, which I don't need, strictly speaking. But maybe in the future I'll build another bakery when I have a whole bunch of wood. You know, maybe. Maybe I'll get enough wood that'll make sense. Probably never going to happen, but... let's see, where would... I guess... Wait, no. There we go. Three babies. My beds. What have you done in my beds? Okay, well, if I don't build spare beds, they should restrain themselves for a time. Right? Right, people? You'll do it for me, right? We've got a birdhouse over here, and then over here we've got just random things. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of food, but it's not because we've got a whole bunch of bread lying around. No, they're going straight for the bread. It's because in them going straight for the bread, it means there's a whole bunch of apples left lying around. Yeah, Father's unemployed, but once that's finished, they'll be employed. Not the big problem. One more decorative monument. I'll just put it over here. And then... Okay, a whole bunch of trees coming in along there. Nice row. Thanks, I made it myself. Yeah, the high food numbers are... It's not there's actually 56 available food, or actually no, it's not that there's actually 50 available food. It's... Well... Like 25 units of bread worth? Let's see. The one monument, and then I only need as many of the trees as I started with. Good timing. Yeah, one 2x2 creates a relatively fast-growing 1 value food. Meanwhile, a 1 tile creates a slightly slower growing 3. Actually, yeah. Even if it's 2 value worth from just that one little bit, from how slow it grows. You have to factor in the space, so that's 4. Even if it's already reduced, that's 4 bits of field. Then you also have to take into consideration processing, so that does cut down a bit, but I think it's still better than apples. That's another wagon monument. There's only the 2 different types. Oh well. And then for the optional objective, it's rather simple what we need to do. Wait for these trees to grow. You can tell they're not grown because you can build on them. Because they do inherit the mechanics from earlier. So I have to wait for them to actually come in, but... Yeah, these farming practices probably are not good for the soil. Just growing wheat, just... like as far as the vegetation, and then for the trees... flowering and fruiting, basically. I don't know, there's only 3 plants on this entire, presumably, island, but we don't know what's going on back here. I don't know, it's... probably not the ideal state of affairs. And then we'll throw in a 3rd whenever a kid grows up. Okay. They've grown in. These are actually bigger. The objective has progressed. I just need these to grow in. These to grow back in after I cut them down. Had to do it. These to grow in a little bit more. Okay, I just saw one pop in. These 2... no point placing down any more orders for any. Well, these are all still in the pipe. see, 4 wheat, 14 flour, 0 bread. That's just apples. Okay, yeah, these are mostly cotton filled in, so I'll just add all of that. And then I think once these grow up, that should be enough. Oh, not enough wheat. Well, I think that can be relaxed a little bit. Which one did they go to? Okay. This... Wow, leaving me with only one bed, huh? Okay, I think this is a bit fast for population growth. Let's slow down a little bit. I don't think I could handle this many additional people. I'm kind of, maybe I could build another farm over here, but it would just be people for people's sake. Oh, another tree popped in. That's 78%. I just need these to pop in. And then... do 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 do. Let's see. 84% now. Mostly grown in over there, not completely. $86, another one just grew in. I don't think I'll be building more beds at this point. It would just needlessly slow things down for no reason. Cool things about plants. They keep growing even when my people stop working. Let's see, food. Oh, is everyone completely full? So over here, we've got some foragers. It's some very basic operations. They just, well, they reach as high as they can, and then they grab the apple, and they put it in here, or stack them over here, or carry them away, and then people want apples, they just come over and pick them up and eat them. It's a bit more of an advanced operation, but, well, they can't even work all the land they do have. Just simply not enough time. And then, the mill, well, reliable as ever. Bakeries. I like how there's different designs for the bread. It's not just copy-pasted. No, like, they do get bored and just decide they're going to make it C-shaped, or whatever other variant. I got these houses. You can tell they're nice because they copy the leader and they cost a different material. Oh, you're unhappy because you're homeless? Well, I don't know a kind way to say this, so I'm not going to. But I'll tell you guys, the audience, if I made a house for her, I'd have to cut down like 2 or 3 trees, and then we'd be sitting here another 10 minutes. I'm not doing that. And I think you guys agree. Not a good idea. There's just simply no point. $98. It's just a waiting game. Another? Really? Get me out of here. So yeah, the spirits are at peace with us because we gave them back their trees after cutting them down. Unlike most maps where we farm, we've been ecologically responsible by replacing our trees, but unlike the other one, we didn't completely abandon civilization. We baked bread. We harvested rocks. We made planks. We have nice houses. You don't have to abandon living good to plant trees.